Good morning, everybody. So we are playing with the lights in this room and trying different combinations of things. This actually seems just a little on the dark side, but I'm not quite sure what to do about it. If we turn on the upper lights, then it seems I seem a little washed out. Turn those upper lights off again. That's okay. Leave them off. Well, we'll make do for today.
It's a process.
It's a process. So we're going to do the self-reeling series today, and we really need a little warm-up, and I haven't had time to think about it. So let's just do the warm-up that we usually do for the Banyan Qigong. So for those who came in late, we just did that little warm up to have something to do. So I borrowed that from the Sunday morning class. I'll work something else up here. It's a little more in tune with silk reeling. So we're going to do silk reeling today. I'm also playing with the lighting in this room, which hopefully everybody knows now. So I may stop from time to time and adjust light. So you may notice that there's actually sunlight, outdoor light coming in, because we have a solar tube in this room. I had it covered up before. Now I've got it partially exposed, and that's creating a light back here. The problem is not really getting the light that I want on my face or Annie's face when we're in here. So this is a little tricky to try and make this work. I've been adjusting these big lights. Maybe that's a little better. Okay, let's do the silk reeling. Head turns. And center, and head rolls. And down to center, and reverse. And down to center and back up. Hold on just a second. Annie, hey, bring that really light silk cloth that you had out here the other day. Bring it in here again, will you? Shoulders. You had that like silk cloth?
Okay, you want that?
Yeah, I thought if you could just drape it over that big light and maybe, double or quadruple it up.
Okay.
And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. Well, that helps me. So, guys, I've turned the big we have big box studio lights here. The problem with them is they just, even when you have them way turned down, they just sort of blast everything, and they made both Annie and my faces look kind of white. So we're trying different things with these lights to see if we can make them work. And right now, Annie is hanging silk shears.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4-ply.
Four ply. Well, that does help a little bit. One of the problems is once you turn the lights away, you get used to that, and then you turn them back here, and you can't see anything.
Yeah.
They seem so much brighter. Well, that seems a little better. I don't know. Okay, alternates. Did we do the right side? Did we do the right side? Jack, yes. Alternates. Hey, take a look at this before you leave. It's better.
Yeah. We're getting there, honey. Don't be impatient.
And reverse. And double. And reverse. And good. Elbows. And the other side. And reverse. And alternates. And reverse. And double. And reverse. And good. The wrists. And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. And alternates. And reverse. And double. And reverse. the whole arm. And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. And alternates. And reverse. Double. And reverse. And good. Left foot forward. And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. On the other side, left. other side. And good. So what I'm doing today, and we'll also do it next Tuesday too, is just kind of going through the series here and playing. We're not going to have time in 55 minutes to do everything. So we're probably going to have to focus on 80% of this instead of 100%. Or maybe we can change it up over time and get all of them in, just not all in one day. So that exercise that we just did, we didn't do last time. We didn't do on Tuesday. But I just want to sort of get a feeling for what we can get in, get a nice routine. And you probably have already figured out this routine moves from the top of the head down to the bottom of the feet. So what you're exercising is spiraling the joints. And it starts with the neck, and then does the arms, then moves down the spine, then does the legs. And what happens a lot of times is you get a lot of attention to the first part of it, and then you sort of forget about the second part. So what often happens is we don't do very much leg work, and leg work is really important. So I want to try to get this a little bit balanced out. Once we've had a chance to play with that a little bit, in the meantime, between now and then, I'm also going to work up an introductory presentation on what all this really is. And then after that, we're going to go through this series in great detail. Because just like with all the other things, these look like pretty simple exercises, but they're not actually. Physically, they're relatively simple, but mentally and energetically, you have to be doing certain things to make these work. So we'll go through this over this next term. We'll go through this whole series and spend as much time as we need to understand each of these exercises. Okay, Golden Rooster. All right. In fact, let's do a little figure 8 work first. And reverse. And then let's go on to do the leg work too. Golden Rooster. Right? Golden Rooster stands on, this is Golden Rooster standing on one leg. Figure 8 with the upper body, stand up on the other leg. Both hands. Squeeze. Squeeze. The other side. Squeeze. I should have said too, when we're moving into a new routine like this, and this is a pretty vigorous routine. Be a little careful. You may find yourself being a little sore. You're using muscles that perhaps you haven't been using or haven't been using in the same way. So just be a little gentle with yourself. Center reels. And reverse. Lazy dragon. The other side. And double. White Ape presents fruit. And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. And good. The sun's coming up now, and it's far enough up that it's coming down that solar tube, and it's so bright it's kind of washing me out. I look like an overexposed picture. So what we need, we have a hatch on there. I need to I need to put a motor on it so I can open and close it from down here. Okay, hidden hand reels. And the other side. This is a move we do in the 24. It's the same move right there. All right, switch feet. And good. the knees. And reverse. And both feet together. And reverse. And good. This one's hard. Focus on your knee. And the other side. And good. And good. And kicks. And good. And the ankles. And the other side. And rotate. and reverse. And the other side. And reverse. And close. And open. And close. And open. And close. And open. And close. And open. Doling. And touch the earth. And close your pores. Salute our masters. And salute your classmates. Thank you, everyone. So we got through about 80% of this or so. And there's a couple of moves that are a little too challenging, I think, as with all the other routines. There's some moves that are just, if you're not in really, really good shape, they're dangerous. And that includes me, absolutely. So maybe we'll add them in a year from now or something, but for right now, we'll just put them in our back pocket, all right? Okay, so I think if we go through this one more time next Tuesday, then I can get a feel for this and we can pick certain things to do, all right? Any questions? I could see watching you guys that we're really gonna have to go through these in great detail. Like, what are you really doing when you do this? What do you pay attention to? And what should you really focus on? What should maybe a little less focus on? Okay, guys, have yourselves a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.